In this video we will explore what prevents you from being happy. And we will realize that ultimately this state doesn't come and go. It's not something that is outside of you. It's even closer than you may think. And being happy doesn't depend on external events. The entire humanity seeks happiness. But almost each of us seeks it in the wrong way. We possess an individual sense of self that believes it will find happiness in a distant future, which never happens. There is this existential, egoic energy that seeks fulfillment through the pursuit of wealth, diverse experiences, and the quest to become someone. However, over time, these pursuits leave us unsatisfied and ultimately lead to suffering. First and foremost, we need to define what happiness is. It's simply the absence of resistance and the absence of lack, which in a sense signifies a state of completeness. We all genuinely yearn to be whole and complete. This is what the ego desires. But what exactly is the ego? It's simply the culmination of beliefs we hold about ourselves. In other words, the ego is an illusion and doesn't truly exist. Therefore, how can something that doesn't exist be whole and complete? It's akin to attempting to fill up this room with air, which is already full of air, but you don't perceive it. And once you see from the perspective of awareness, aware of itself, you see that it was already complete and perfect as it is. This indeed is the purpose of ego. And what if what we fundamentally are were already complete and embodying happiness itself? Because our true essence is frequently obscured by resistance to what is happening right now. Because what is happening right now is the perfection itself. And being aware of this experience, the experience of now, which I would say is a silent happiness, not the fleeting happiness of the mind that comes and goes. And you can ask yourself, I would be happy if what? You can pause the video and ask deeply yourself, what is lacking right now? What is resisting to fully experience the experience itself? I acknowledge that the mind has numerous answers to these kinds of questions. You can analyze these answers and you will find that they all stem from the illusory self. I will provide you with a clue. The answer lies within the present moment. Or one could say, the answer is wordless. Ask yourself, I would be happy if I. You can observe all the temptations of the mind trying to grasp you. How I would be happy if I had more money, if I had a better job, if I were in vacation, if I were in relationships, and so forth. The list is endless. However, happiness is somewhat obscured by the whirlpool of thoughts. Our attention is fixated on the ceaseless stream of the mind, causing the mind to tense up, and eventually we are overwhelmed by these inner illusory movements. So don't cling to the dimension full of uncertainty, full of thinking, full of resistance, full of lack. Happiness will reveal itself in the absence of resistance to what is. When you let go of all resistances, when you let go of all lack, with total acceptance of what is happening now. And with this total embrace, you will surrender everything. And you will experience the nature of your being, which is happiness itself. And if you are watching this video, it's because you are presently aware. And you can be aware of this beingness, this energy flowing within yourself. Be mindful of this rising energy instead of dwelling on the dimension of the psychological mind. I would like to conclude that if you have food to feed yourself and your family, a roof to sleep under, and a bit of money to meet your primary needs, psychological suffering is optional. Because what you fundamentally are cannot suffer. And the question that follows is, what are you? Any movement from the psychological mind is inherently untrue. What are you beyond the finite mind and physical body? I have created numerous videos on this topic, and many teachers have produced wonderful content on awakening and non-duality here on YouTube. You might find it intriguing to explore the nature of your being.